It's hot to movie. It's a movie. It's a movie. Game, I did no crowd. I can feel no pain. Little thing, what you do, where you at? Keep it game. Keep it game. Keep it game. Keep it game. Keep it game.
Be in the house.
Excuse me, girls, you pay me to my you did this way. You did big brain, keep it out, being okay. I can do little thing, I'm too bad. Only you too bad.
Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball.
Three sessions of paying my life. I was so hard. I wouldn't want to be my life. It was so hard. I wasn't going to be my wife. You told me to keep cast patience.
Exactly, and it provides the Bucks with stability moving forward. There was talk honestly to the group test free agency in summer 2025. What does that hold for their future? But
wow, fuck
a
this.
strong statement in admitting
I see what you're doing.
at the end of the day, Kevin, getting to the finals and winning another championship is the goal.
And they thought, Sean, that game was going to be maybe that thing that triggered that, but it certainly didn't play out that way.
Drew Holiday gets traded. They clearly missed him, but with Damian Lillard and Giannis, you know you have a chance to at least compete for a championship.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Duran in at the pivot spot. Manning
sometimes I need somebody to talk to. Sometimes it's like to be confusing. Talk to friends, ask how they do it. They won't let me get on this.
Cunningham looking it over. Shoots over Lillard. Under the Kumbo.
Yeah, they really just throw my rebounds.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Olden. David?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk to Doc Rivers a few minutes ago. We talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham this morning. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean you have to throw different defenders out. Maybe send them double teams too. Everything is on the table tonight. We'll see what they come up with for Cade. Guys?
Thanks, David. Releases. And that one's good. And so just over a minute and a half played. Pass to Duran. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Brook Lopez. Detroit shooting their first free throws of the game. And the first one drops. Hey, Shams, you're always on the pulse of those league-changing trades. We certainly saw some impactful ones last season.
Across the board, the Pacers, the Mavericks, they made deep runs, and they did so on the back of some big trade deadline moves. Those are transformations that excite all of us to witness. Even New York getting OG Anunoby at the trade deadline. This is a league that's built on capitalizing at the moment and striking when iron's hot, and we saw multiple teams do that this last season.
The trade deadline was phenomenal for those teams you mentioned. Really impactful.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Pass to Cunningham.
Okay.
Driving inside. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Tough start, missing their first 5 shots.
I mean, the way I did that.
Here's Key. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42. Cunningham on the wing. And again, Cunningham missing.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter.
Every time they get scored,
Well,
come from inside the paint.
We'll make us
Cunningham passes to Duran. Harris kicks to Cunningham.
Put your hands in. Put your clothes on. Tell the DJ to play on the
Goose egg angled this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. That's your only choice.
Oh, great.
They wanted to win.
Shooting their first free throw.
And taking a look at the season, they scored about 77% of the
Decided they need a moment to talk things over. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. We'll take a look at the Hawks. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And seeing where the Bucks are, they're just so locked in right now. It doesn't matter who they're playing. I know it's still early in the season, but they may turn out to be the team to beat.
And Shams, like us, you travel all over the country for the NBA. You go to the games. You're talking with the general managers, the coaches, the big-name players. That aside, do you have a favorite city that you like to visit?
You're putting me on the spot here, Kevin. Listen, I love going to L.A. because you see multiple teams coming in with the Clippers and the Lakers. So I love to be proficient. I love being efficient, Kevin. I love making the best use of my time. What's your favorite NBA team?
I've got 3, and it's been 3 since I got in the league in '82. I like Miami, I like New York, and I like Boston. Every city has got charm, right? But those 3 cities have kind of...
Come on, why would y'all do that?
Those are the best of the best, Kevin. You're picking the best cities in the league. We got to go to Sacramento, one of these days. Let's go to
I love Sacramento. I had a chance to go to Sacramento once. I love Sacramento.
Those crowds get rowdy. I was there for their playoff series against the Warriors when they snapped a 16-year drought. Those fans are the loudest that I've seen since I've been coming.
They love their team. Cunningham kicks to Harris. To Cunningham. Not a lot of room. To Cunningham. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Key.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. He seems to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Pistons trail by 17. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
What a swat by Giannis. Love the force he throws those shots away with.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Boy, he is all over that shot. I mean, had it read the whole way, got himself in the position, and then was able to make the play.
The Bucks making a switch here. Trent's checked in, and the Pistons making a change here as well. For some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Prince comes in. For Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Q in for Lillard. And then for Detroit, Reedy's checked in for Duran. Ausar Thompson comes in for Harris. Hardaway is subbed in for Jaden Ivey. Cunningham gets the bucket. All right, Johns, I know you can't reveal all your secrets, but how do you develop relationships with your sources? The players, the agents, the GM, the scouts, all over the NBA.
It comes year after year. This has been something I've been doing for the better course of the last 15 years. So for me, it's about relationships, it's about daily communication, and making sure that I keep the trust, I keep the faith, and I keep the love. Relationships are the name of the game, especially in the NBA.
Well, that's why they trust you. So if they're going to confide, they know they can trust you. I would think
nigga got his whole body in my face.
Trust and faith, and that develops early, not taking shortcuts. I'm very much for the long game.
That's a lead.
On the bench. Here's the foul. Out on the wings for him, we'll see Trent Jr. and Middleton. Portis is out there with Taurean Prince. It's Key in at the one.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Prince can really elevate now. He plays much bigger than 6'7", and we just saw an example of that there.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside Hardaway. Stewart, a screen for Cunningham. And Cunningham with the slam.
And the challenge defensively is to find Cunningham at all three levels. He can
I was not top pass.
He can be
30
feet out and everything in between.
Prince's shot is good.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also giving guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of those times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
Lets it go from the wing. He can't hit.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got
to knock it down. And this nigga making everything.
There's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
I just like this nigga I do me.
Decade that you've been a major player in the NBA. It's been LeBron's league. It's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just had, have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic into the fold as far as faces of the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama, the way that Victor Wembanyama could take over the league. And already, so early, was so special. Victor Wembanyama is someone to keep an eye on.
Okay, they just passed a note down to me, our gang here. What about Anthony Edwards at Minnesota? He's another one, right? An American player who is really making